Memorial Hermann, advancing health.
This is the HBU Husky Sports Network, powered by Legacy Sports.
20 minutes to go in this one. Huskies out by 27. And it will be Dallas Christian basketball as we get underway here in the second half. And Trent Dawson will inbound the ball for Dallas Christian to Miles Burnside. And they're joined out on the floor by Tarundus Luckett, God's Power Igpin, Travis Martain. Luckett's going to put up a three from the left angle. Shot won't go, and the rebound comes all the way out on the wing to Tyler Russell. Russell, Lasher, Vilde, Smith, and Chukwujeku, the starting five, back out there for Coach Cottrell to start the second half here. High post to Vilde. Kick it around the arc. Sell has it, left angle to Velo. Velo finds T-Russ, who pops out, gets a screen from Vilde, dribbles around the arc, kick it out on the wing to Lasher for three. Coulter took the feed, spotted up, and dropped it down through from long distance and extends out to the biggest lead of the ball game here. 30 points now for the Huskies, 52-22. Lasher with 11. Here's Dawson in through traffic, feed it on the baseline to Igpin, and he loses control of it, but they're going to say he was fouled, and they're going to call the foul, I think, on Marcel Smith. No, Tyler Russell, 3 instead of 2. Second foul on T-Russ, and it'll be Dallas Christian basketball on the baseline. Lob it out top to Igpin. He'll feed it to Luckett, who leaves it for Dawson. Left side angle. Picked up over there by Velo. He'll try to dribble in through traffic. Velo got the hand up, affected the shot, and the loose ball is tipped out of bounds by Richmond's Vilde. It'll be Dallas Christian basketball with 19 seconds to go on the shot clock. Good hustle by the Huskies on defense there, just could not reel it in to take it back the other way. So Dallas Christian with a second look. Here's Luckett, tries to feed it inside. Vilde tries to step over Igpin and steals the basketball, and he'll come away with it. Leave it for Lasher. Off to Vilde, tries to put it up, and they're going to call him for an offensive foul. Oh my goodness. Rich picks up his fourth, and that may have been because he lost control of the pass coming to him and looked just to be a little bit out of control on that drive. And so Rich is going to have to sit down, and Josh Ibarra will check back in. 18 and a half minutes to go. Huskies with the only points of the second half here. 52-22 is our score. Burnside has it. Right corner. Back out to Dawson. Feed it to Hearns, who goes to the corner. Feed it on the wing to Burnside. A little turnaround floater. Drops down through from 15 feet. Pretty looking stroke on that one from Miles Burnside. Houston area kid. Cuts it back down to 28, 52-24. Ibarra into the ball game, pops out to the high post, takes a feed from Russell. T-Russ gets it back, now he's double teamed, trying to look for help, but finally gets rid of the ball, leave it for Velo. Underneath, feeds it to Ibarra, and he's going to have his shot affected by Igpin, but they're going to say Igpin got the arm as well as the basketball, and so Josh Ibarra will go to the free throw line on the second personal foul charged to God's Power Igpin. Ibarra, the freshman from Angleton, at the free throw line, misses the first one more to come. Ibarra's first free throw of the season, and he misses the second one as well, but Velo grabs a board and lays it up and in for two. Revealed Chukwujeku with 7 points now, and the Huskies back up by 30, 54-24. 17 and a half minutes to go. Burnside picked up by Lasher. Screen from Igpin, but Lasher fights through it. Now Burnside loses a dribble. Gets the ball back from Igpin on the baseline. Turnaround, too strong, misses everything, but the rebound comes off to Derek Hearns, and he somehow manages to get position and lay it up and in for two off the glass. And he cuts it back down to 28, 54-26. Now Russell double teamed on the ball. Cross court pass to Lasher. He'll lose the dribble, but kick it off to Sell. Swinging around to T-Russ to Velo. Holds it up outside the arc, left angle. Out high to Russell. Russell for three. Maybe rushed that one a little bit, and it comes up short. Off the iron and rolls out of bounds. It'll go back over to the Crusaders with 16:47 to go. Martain brings it up the floor. Carried it across the timeline. No whistle, though. Kick it out on the wing to Dawson. He'll penetrate. Has a shot blocked by Chukwujekwu. Now loose ball on the floor, and Sell comes away with it. Up ahead to Russell, and Russell looked away from the basketball, and he was going to try to be famous, and he lost control of it, and it goes out of bounds back over to Dallas Christian. Well, we've seen that a couple of times tonight, and you can't blame the Huskies. They've gotten some pretty acrobatic plays, and now here's a ball out of bounds on the baseline, lost by Derek Hearns for Dallas Christian. So the Huskies will get it right back. So end-to-end action here. Huskies up by 28 points. Chukwujekwu finds Lasher. Coulter's playing with a Band-Aid on his chin here. We saw him leave in the first half after he took a bump. Loses that one, and the rebound is picked up by Martain, and then he loses control of it on the sideline across the way in front of the scorer's table. And so we'll go back over to the Huskies. Joshua Walls checks back in. Burnside will sit down. Igben will go to the bench as well, as Michael Haynes has checked in for Dallas Christian. Huskies basketball, and Lasher will get it into Russell, and he'll walk it across the stripe in the middle of the floor. Leave it for Chukwujekwu, feeds it to T-Russ underneath. He couldn't believe how wide open he was, and airballs a little baseline floater, and Dallas Christian comes off with the rebound. Dawson dribbles to the rack, puts up the reversal shot, won't go. Velo can't control the rebound. Into the corner, Dawson for three, short, off the iron, and Ibarra grabs the board this time. Outlet up ahead to Sell. He'll find Velo, and this time, no doubt about it, two hands is what it takes, and he drops it down through. 56-26, Velo with 9. And the Huskies back up by 30. Trent Dawson on the dribble, backing in on Marcel Smith, and they're going to call Sell with the foul. Sell saying he initiated that contact, but the official's not going to listen, and it'll bring us to a timeout with 15:11 to go. Second foul.
I'm Eddie Brown, and I played for the Huskies from 1968 to 1972. I'm proud to be part of HBU basketball history and happy to say thanks for listening to HBU basketball on the Husky Sports Network, powered by Legacy Sports.
Huskies up by 30 here at Sharp Gym tonight. It's one of the rare occasions where we don't see Mr. Brown in attendance here on the home floor tonight, but Eddie Brown, a part of the basketball history here at HBU, and usually in the crowd every home game as well. Here's a floater put up by Stoney Washington, who's checked in for Dallas Christian. It won't go, and the rebound off to the Huskies. Velo tried to pass it in the corner, Lasher, but the passing lane was eaten up by HBU, and now blocked back the other way, stripped by Marcel Smith and saved by Chukwujekwu, who get it up to Lasher, and he'll hold it up and wait to set it up in the half court. 14:35 to go in this ball game. Trey Patterson is checked back in. He swings it around and winds up with Marcel Smith. Shot won't go, and no white shirts there to grab the board for the Huskies, and so Dallas Christian will bring it back the other way. Martain on the dribble, penetrates right side, blocked by Chukwujekwu. It'll be out of bounds off the Huskies. Dallas Christian basketball. Dawson's going to hurry to the scorer's table and check in. Martain will sit down. And Dawson will go to the baseline to inbound it to Walls. Back to Dawson as he pops out high to set up on the wing. Dribbles to the baseline, puts up a floater with the right hand. Shot won't go. Rebound pulled down by Lasher, and he'll bring it up himself. Kick it to Patterson. He'll hold it up. Wait for help. Cross court goes to Velo. Velo will grab it out of midair, leave it for Sell on the left wing, and he'll dribble back out top of the arc. Leave it right side for Patterson. He holds it up, directs traffic, sends it back to Sell. Velo on the left wing. High post now to Ibarra, who pops out to help out. Lasher to Patterson, dribble down to 5 on the shot clock. Sell's going to put up a runner as he just took it straight to the rack. High off the glass and a drop down through. And there's the biggest lead of the ball game. Marcel with 12 now. The Huskies up by 32, 58-26. 13:25 to go. Hearns. Kick it to Dawson, right angle. Backs down, now leave it out on the wing for Haynes. He walked, no call. Here's a runner put up, underhand scoop off the glass and drops down through for 2. Back down to 30, 58-28. Haynes with 4 points now. Huskies easily in control of this one. Ibarra to Lasher. Lasher left side gets a screen from Josh. Now almost lost it. Saves it. He's double teamed, and we've got a foul going to be called. And I think that's going to be on Washington. No, check it. It's going to be called on Hearns. They were both in the vicinity and slashing at Coulter, trying to swipe the ball. They did get a piece of the ball, but they got Coulter in the process. So the ball will stay in possession of the Huskies. Jordan Stickler checks back in. He'll inbound the ball now as he comes free throw line extended and gets it into Ibarra. Josh trying to go to Trey Patterson and threw it behind him as Patterson was floating out top. Ibarra a little too much zip on that fastball, sent it back behind his intended receiver, and it goes out of bounds with 12:40 to go. Dallas Christian brings it up the floor. Martain back out there. Walls in the corner, swinging around the arc. Haynes, Ibarra's going to give him that shot, and it's an air ball from three-point land. Stickler underneath to clean it up. He'll get it off to Smith, and they'll hurry it up the floor. Back to Stickler, penetrate, leave it on the wing for Patterson. Swinging around the arc, into the corner to Stickler, pump fake. He pulls up, pops from just inside the arc. Faked the three, got his defender off his feet, and Jordan took the one dribble and set up for a nice little floater from 16 feet and drops it down through. Jordan's got 5 here this evening. 60-28, back up to a 32-point advantage. Here's a feed in the post. Martain was trying to cut to the baseline. We're going to get a reach called on Coulter Lasher. That'll be the first foul on Coulter. And the fourth team foul of the half on than doubled the scoreboard on Dallas Christian tonight, who's shooting just 10 of 41 from the field, so still down below that 25% mark, 24.4 to be exact. 0 of 9 from outside the arc. And they have not gone to the free throw line since halftime. Huskies, meanwhile, still shooting very well, 59% tonight, 23 of 39, including 8 of 14 from the floor. There's a shot put up by Dallas Christian, won't go. And the rebound pulled down by Patterson on the run. Set up in the half court now. Harris is checked into the ball game, and he holds it up left angle. Screen from Ibarra, goes out to Stickler way out top. Right side angle. Finds Patterson. Patterson tried to go to the baseline, now brings it back out. Feed it cross court. Stickler finds Tyler Russell, and Russell is called for a walk by Brad Fowler, our lead official tonight. And T-Russ looks at the floor, looks at Fowler, still trying to figure out when his pivot foot moved, but to no avail. Here's Washington, brings it up the floor, tries to feed it on the baseline to Martain. Huskies interfere and get the ball up ahead on the outlet to Russell, and he drops it down through for 2. Now Travis Martain is going to need some medical attention. The assistants over on the Dallas Christian bench. Back on the other end of the floor Going to check him out. Martin will check out. Miles Burnside back out there. He joins Washington, Harris, Dawson, and Luckett. 5 on the floor for the Crusaders right now. Dawson to Harris, right corner. Feed it back to Luckett, out top to Burnside for 3. Too strong off the iron. The rebound's going to come down into the arms of Stickler as he waits on it. Gets it off to Patterson, up ahead to Harris on the baseline. Dribbles in, tries to dish it to Ibarra. Tipped away and stolen by Harris, and a foul going to be called on Stickler coming back the other way.
Fouls on the Husky, number 30, Jordan Stickler, his first personal foul.
Huskies up by 34, largest lead of the ball game. 10:33 to go. Stickler just picked up his first foul, and it's number 5 on the Huskies. Almost a steal on the inbounds pass by Patterson, but saved by Washington. He feeds it to Harris down on the low blocks, and he lays it off the glass as Terry Harris hits the deck trying to defend. It's back down to 32, 62-30. Ibarra to Russell. Russell swings it out to Patterson. Patterson tries to dribble in through traffic, and we've got a whistle on the penetration. Harris is going to pick up the personal. That's his first, 3rd team foul on Dallas Christian here in the second half. Stops the clock with 10:10 to go. Huskies next game Wednesday night over at Tudor Fieldhouse against the Rice Owls. New head coach there. Renew the rivalry. The Huskies haven't had a lot of luck against Rice in recent seasons. Here's a pass tipped away from Harris, out of bounds. Still Huskies basketball. 9:56 to go. Stickler will get it in to Tyler Russell, and Russell cradle it under his left arm. Now feeds it to Patterson to Harris. Harris high post to Ibarra. Left side angle goes to Stickler. Stick back to T-Russ. T-Russ for 3. Off the iron, won't go, but Patterson grabs the board. Husky still with it. Trey to T-Russ. Swinging around to Terry. Terry in the corner to Stick. Stick picked up by Burnside. Tried to pass, almost stolen by Washington. Saves it to Ibarra. Feed it underneath to Harris, and Harris gets the easy point-blank layup and drops it down through. Harris now with 11. That's career high now for Terry. 11 points. Here is Harris, Josh Harris the other way. Tries to get it in over Ibarra. Blocked. Saved on the baseline by Dawson, and Ibarra blocks that one too. Up ahead to Patterson, and Trey tried to go to the rack, the freshman from Plano. And he's going to be fouled by Stoney Washington.
Fouls on the Crusaders, number 10, Stoney Washington.
His first and the 4th foul on the Crusaders. So Trey Patterson will go to the line. First free throw is no good.
Huskies, number 34,
Caleb Creighton's going to check in now for the Huskies. Coach Cottrell's been giving a lot of these new faces a lot of floor time tonight, trying to get them some game time. So Caleb hadn't seen a lot of minutes tonight. He got in a little bit in the first half. Free throws from Patterson won't go down, and rebounds tipped out of bounds by the Huskies. And so with 9 minutes to go, Dallas Christian will bring it up the floor. Dawson brings it up, and Creighton picks him up. Dawson tries to go by him, leave it for Harris in through traffic, has it tipped, saves it to Burnside on the baseline, tried to go up over Ibarra, and Josh is going to draw the foul. Miles Burnside wanted to tomahawk it home, but Ibarra got a hand on it, but they say he got the body as well, and so the second personal foul on Josh Ibarra.
Checking in for your Huskies, number 4.
And here comes Cody Stetler. Stet's getting his first floor time tonight. So as we said, a lot of the new faces getting a lot of minutes here behind the starting 5 tonight. And so haven't seen guys like Cody until now. And Stet's out on the floor for his first action here with 8:43 to go. 1 out of 2 at the free throw line. Burnside gets half his free throws. Shot won't go from Harris, but the rebound tipped by Creighton to Trey Patterson, and Patterson lays it in, and it leads out to 35. Washington to Burnside. Burnside puts it on the floor in through traffic, and we've got a whistle on the dribble. Foul's going to be called on Tyler Russell, and T. Russell draw his third personal foul. Mike Turner's going to check in now, so now we're starting to see some of the guys who haven't gotten a lot of minutes yet tonight get into this ball game. Turner, of course, from the Atlanta area. Started out as a walk-on here. Now in his third season at HBU. Has a basketball, Mike T. Leaves it backside for Harris. Harris to Turner to Creighton. Creighton wants to feed Stetton in the high post, but coverage by Josh Harris on him. Down to 8 on the shot clock. Turner's going to dribble down and put up a floater. Creighton tried to follow it up with a dunk with the right hand. Won't go, and the rebound out on the run to Luckett. He's going to take it up and lay it in for 2. It's back down to 33, 66-33. Huskies up. Here's Turner to the rack. He's going to be fouled on its way. And that'll bring us to a timeout on the floor. 7:33 to go here in our ball game. Huskies in control. 66-33 on the Husky Sports Network.
6
blocks to go along with 7 boards. Hasn't scored yet tonight, but a couple of assists to go along with his 6 and 7. Josh may, if he were able to get back out there, and I don't know if we'll see Josh again tonight, but he could almost get a double-double without putting a point on the board tonight. And that would be interesting. Mike Turner will go to the free throw line as we come back out of the timeout. 7:33 left in this one. And Mike T was fouled on his way to the rack, so he has 2 here and drains the first one. 1 more to come. Couple of hard dribbles at the line. The second free throw rattles out, won't stay down. Rebound. Stet fights for it, but it comes off to Dallas Christian. Here's Dawson, puts up a jumper, foot on the line, rattles out anyway, won't go down. Outlet up ahead. Turner tried to feed it to Creighton, and Luckett got back and stole it away. Up ahead to Dawson. End to end we go. Luckett's going to pull up, has a shot blocked by Creighton. On the run, off to Turner, 2-on-1. Mike T feeds it to Creighton, and he tips it up and in for 2. They wanted to go with an alley-oop little dunk there, but Creighton got a fingertip on it and managed to tip it in. They all count the same. 69-33, a 36-point advantage for the Huskies. Here's Dawson in through traffic, blocked by Stetler. That's number 12, and here's Patterson to the rack with the right hand, and he drops it down through. 71-33, 38-point lead, 78-point lead. Here's Hearns on his way to the hole, and he can't get it to go down through, but he will be fouled on the way. Foul's going to be called on Terry Harris. Harris picks up his first. Harris, Creighton, Stetler, Patterson, Turner, the 5 on the floor for the Huskies right now. First free throw from Hearns is good, so he'll get the second one. The Huskies have Dallas Christian in the bonus now. Second free throw rattles out, and Creighton grabs the board. Give it to Patterson. He'll bring it across the timeline. Leave it left side to Harris. On the left wing to Mike T. Out in his territory, but he goes out top instead to Stet. Swing it around the arc. On the baseline, they find Mike T again. Turner feeds it back to Creighton. Gets a screen from Stet. Back to T. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Turner fights through a double team. Dish it on the baseline to Harris. Can't finish it off, but Stetler grabs a rebound, put it up, won't go. Harris with the board, follows it. This time it goes, and he's fouled. Harris will take the shot. He got a beautiful pass from Turner, and I think he's a little frustrated that he couldn't finish it off the first time.
His first personal foul, team
And he will pick up the +1 opportunity after he makes it the second time. Luckett picked up the personal foul, his first. That's number 6 on Dallas Christian here in the second half. And Harris with a chance to give the Huskies a 40-point lead, and he does with 5:53 to go, 74-34. And T. Harris now with 14 points to lead the way for the Huskies. Here's Hearns on the dribble, out of control, and he's going to draw contact with Cody Stetler, and they're going to call Stet for the foul. His first.
Huskies number 4, Cody Stetler, his first personal foul, team 9.
Stetler with his first 9 on the Huskies now, and Hearns to the free throw line. He's got 5 points. Leading the way tonight for Dallas Christian is Miles Burnside with 7. They get 6 from Hearns. I think I said he has 5. He's got 6, and it's going to stay there as he misses the second free throw. 1 out of 2. 74-35. Huskies up by 39. Here's a feed from Turner to the cutter in the paint. That's Patterson. Lays it up and in for 2.
From Mike Turner.
Trey with 6 now. Into the corner. Here's a travel on Michael Haynes.
Husky ball.
Got the basketball and started stuttering with his feet before the basketball hit the floor.
Checking in for the Crusaders, number 4, Travis Martain.
Martain's going to check in. Who's checking out? Burnside will go sit down with 5:20 to go, and the Huskies up by 41 points now. Keep extending that lead. Each basket takes them to the largest advantage in the ball game, and now a whistle away from the basketball, and this one's going to be on the Huskies. Cody Stetler's going to be called for setting an illegal screen, his second personal.
Crusaders, number 13, Josh Walls.
And it'll go back over to the Crusaders. Joshua Walls checks in. And the Crusaders bring it up the floor. Hearns to Stoney Washington. Finds Walls, right elbow. Back to Washington. Loses control of the dribble, but saves it in the corner to Martain. Back to Washington. Penetrates. Blocked by Stetler. And the Huskies pull it out of the air. Up ahead. Stetler on the run. Has it knocked out of bounds. Off Walls. It'll be Huskies basketball. Check it. It was Martain who was hustling down there, who knocked it out of bounds. Good hustle by Martain, but he couldn't save it, and it goes out off the Crusaders. Husky basketball. 4:44 to go. 31 on the shot clock. Creighton inbound to Turner. Turner out right angle to Patterson. Back to Mike T on the left wing. Gets a screen from Stet. Mike T for 3. Won't go this time, and Creighton's going to be called for coming up over the back of Stoney Washington on the loose ball. Creighton picks up his first. That's number 10 on the Huskies, so double bonus the rest of the way in for Dallas Christian. To this point, has not hurt the Huskies. They got into the double bonus in both halves. Had 10 team fouls in the first half. Now at that point here in the second half, the first free throw from Washington rattles out. Second one too strong off the iron. Shot putted that one up there, wouldn't go down through, and Stetler with the rebound. Huskies back the other way. 76-35, 4:20 to go. Here's a backdoor cutter on the baseline. It's Creighton. Takes the feed from Stetler, and he'll drop it down through. Creighton with 4 now in the ball game. Huskies up by 33. Check it, 43, 78-35. Here's Hearns. Puts up a little floater underneath scoop shot, and Igben grabs the loose ball. Tries to follow it up, and he's going to draw the third personal on Cody Stetler. So Cody with 3 now. 4 minutes to go. I think Coach Cottrell would like to be able to leave Stead out there for the last 4 minutes of this game. But now Cody getting into some foul trouble. Igben to the line. Drops the first free throw down through, rattles it in off the iron. Stephen Osuji is going to check in for the first time. Alex Fountain checks back in. Patterson sits down along with Terry Harris. Those guys, Harris especially, with a good night tonight. And the Huskies bring it up the floor. 1 out of 2 at the free throw line. Checking both free throws good for Igben. Here's a steal by Dawson off to Hearns. Hearns to the rack over Fountain, and he'll lay it in for 2. 78-39. 3:40 to go. And Osuji's going to be fouled on his way up the floor by Derek Hearns. Hearns will pick up his 4th with 3:39 to go. Huskies in control here. Doubled up Dallas Christian, 78-30. Part of the 50 years of Huskies basketball history. And the Huskies have had their way tonight, up by 39 points. Stephen Osuji just into the ball game will go to the free throw line as we come back to action. Bonus situation now for HBU the rest of the way in, as that was the 7th foul just before the timeout, the media timeout that took us to the break. It was on Derek Hearns, his 4th foul, and Osuji will have a 1-and-1. First one won't go, but the rebound comes off to Creighton, and Creighton will kick it back out to Osuji. Osuji, the freshman out of Kincaid here in the Houston area. High post out to Stetler, had an open look, but he feeds it to Creighton instead. Tried to kick it underneath the Fountain for the alley-oop lob, but mistimed, and ball comes down off the rim to Dallas Christian. Martain leaves it to Hearns. Feed the post. That's Igben. Backs down on Stetler. Turnaround won't go, and Stet with the board. Off to Osuji on the outlet. Up ahead, intended for Fountain, and has the pass blocked by Hearns. Back the other way. Washington up over Stet. Shot won't go. Loose ball is tied up. Osuji and Igben, and the basketball is going to belong to the Huskies. Alternating possession. Will McQuitter's going to check in for the first time tonight. So I believe now that officially means everybody on the roster that's in uniform tonight has gotten out onto the floor. McQuitter is the last man who had not seen action, besides Anthony Odunsi, who's not in uniform tonight. Stetler's going to sit down, and McQuitter will take his spot on the floor. Here's a runner put up by Caleb Creighton, and he lays it in for 2. Creighton with 6 now, and the Huskies up by 41 again. 2:35 to go. Haynes on the baseline, puts it up, tried to go up over Fountain. Alex just stood there, affected the shot, and the rebound off to McQuitter. Osuji on the baseline, kicks it to Creighton. Creighton to Fountain. Fountain back to Osuji, and they'll slow it down, set it up in the half court. Caleb picked up by Hearns. Cutter was Mike T, but didn't find him in time, so they go out top instead. McQuitter feeds it on the right baseline to Caleb Creighton, and he turns around and drains a 17-footer for 2 more, and it's now 8 points for Caleb, and out to a 33-point lead. Check a 43-point lead again, equaling the biggest lead of the night for the Huskies. Almost a steal by Creighton. Martain saves it out to Washington. Back to Martain, and the shot is blocked by Creighton. I believe that's number 14 on the night. Here's another shot put up by Haynes, and Fountain's going to draw a foul on that one. It's actually 15 blocks now by the Huskies tonight. 15 blocked shots for HBU. Haynes to the free throw line, misses the first one.
And number 25, Joshua Harris.
Haynes gets the second free throw to go. Miles Burnside checks back in during the free throws, and so he's back out there. Picks up Mike Turner, who's got the basketball left side angle. Turner and dribbles left to right across the top of the arc. Gives it to McQuitter, gets it right back. Screen from Fountain. Now Mike T's going to penetrate and take it to the rack. And T for two, drops it down through. Turner got three now, his first field goal of the night. Back the other way, Hearns on the move. Up ahead, stolen away. McQuitter up to Turner. Turner's going to lay it up and in. And Mike's got five now. And it's 86-40. Largest lead, and we're under a minute to go. Here is Dawson on his way, and we've got a whistle on the drive. Foul's going to be called on the Huskies. It's going to be called on Will McQuitter. So McQuitter picks up his first personal, double bonus. So Dawson to the line to shoot two here with 53 seconds to go. Stick with us. Coming up on the post-game report, we'll visit with the head coach, Ron Cottrell, and maybe one of the players from tonight's victory. First free throw from Dawson rolls off the iron, won't go, but the second one does. 86-41, under a minute to go. Huskies will bring it back up. Osuji across the timeline to Creighton. Huskies again take on Rice on Wednesday night. Here's Osuji for three. Won't go. Fountain tried to send it back with authority. Wouldn't go down. Creighton gets the loose ball and feeds it back to Alex underneath. He'll lay it in for two. And here's a shot going to be put up by Haynes as he got behind the defenders. Fountain tried to come back and block it and got body instead. Haynes drops it down through, gets the layup to go, and he will be fouled as well as Fountain picks up his second personal with 27 seconds to go. Haynes gets the free throw, so it's 88-44. And the Huskies now can just eat up the final 25 ticks if they want to. No shot clock. And we're under 15 seconds to go in this one. As Turner will dribble out, picked up by Burnside, and now here's a steal from Hearns. They double teamed him on the run. Burnside's going to try to slam it down through, won't finish it off, but Hearns with the follow. The tip by Burnside still won't go, and it's going to be out of bounds, but time expires, and this one will go to the Huskies. 88-44. HBU doubles up the Dallas Christian Crusaders here on the home floor tonight for their second win of the